All right, guys, welcome. If you're just tuning in, I'm not sure what is happening right now with the match. All right, so with BB Cook and Sydney Pagan, so the STEM Academy. So we're going to perhaps switch to another match that is currently being played. Perhaps it's raining. So we're going to try and give you another live broadcast. All right. So stay tuned for that link, and we'll come back, with Roger Clark High School. We'll try to get that feed going. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm just back, and perhaps we should just, talk. So if you're here, let me know what is happening in St. Elizabeth right now. So perhaps it is raining. All right. So I'm not too sure, what is happening there, but I noticed that I am not seeing the Roger Clark High and the Magatti High match anymore. We were watching and we saw that it was raining. So perhaps, St. Elizabeth, it is raining there in St. Elizabeth. So, but we can still talk, who do you want to see win this match? All right. So would definitely like to hear from you. Hello, Rurian. Welcome. I am seeing you there in the chat. All right. Let me know if you're hearing me, guys. Let me know if you're hearing me. And again, sometimes we prepare and, this, life happens, and we want to ensure too that our students are safe. Safety trumps, everything. We don't want a repeat of what, happened there in Dintil and the Charlie Mount game for sure. So would love to hear from you, what is happening there in St. Elizabeth. I am still checking for updates. I was going to end and, perhaps try to do the Magatti Roger Clark High match, but I realized that I am not seeing that anymore. So I guess perhaps it is raining. And from the Magatti match, I noticed that it was raining. At one point, we heard a sound. It sounded like thunder. So I'm not too sure. So if you're tuned in from St. Elizabeth, let us know what is happening in St. Elizabeth right now. And just getting my phone line, up and ready for you. So you can call. You can call the WhatsApp number that you see on screen if you'd like to share. Would love to hear from you. What is happening right now in St. Elizabeth? based on what I saw briefly from the Magati and Roger Clark high match, it looked as if it was, raining. I'm not seeing that feed anymore. So, and I'm not seeing the feed for, this one that we are set up for BB Coke and, Sydney Pagan STEM Academy. So would love to hear from you. So, we also want to talk later on about stats, but we're not sure if, these matches will be played, not seeing any updates as yet. So as soon as I get some confirmation, I will definitely update you, as it relates to what is happening. All right. So I am still doing my checks. So if you're here, welcome, welcome. All right. Still doing my checks, and just trying to find out, what is happening right now. And again, my guess is that, it is raining heavily. And so the matches are currently, not being played. So again, would love to hear from you. So if you're tuned in from St. Elizabeth, we want to hear from you. What is happening there in St. Elizabeth right now? Would definitely like to hear from you. So again, we're not seeing, the matches, and I am definitely checking for updates. So perhaps it is raining, because again, we were seeing the Magati and Roger Clark high match, and we're no longer seeing that feed. So perhaps, it's just raining, right? And so again, safety for sure, safety is important, and that trumps everything else. So guys, if you're there in St. Elizabeth, would love to hear from you. What is happening in St. Elizabeth right now? What is the weather like right now in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica? So I am just here. And again, just let me know, what is the weather like in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica? All right. Would definitely love to hear from you. What is happening? What is happening there in St. Elizabeth? So just hoping to get some updates. Just hoping to get some updates. So I'm not seeing, matches right now from St. Elizabeth. And we want to hear from our St. Elizabeth, community members. So I'm seeing right now that live coverage of Issa Schoolboy football DaCosta Cup match has been delayed due to weather conditions. All right, so please stand by. So guys, that's the update right now. So we'll be here to see if that changes. So we're here. So again, just to let you know, based on some information being received, that, live coverage of the Issa Schoolboy football DaCosta Cup match has been, delayed due to weather conditions. So again, we're seeing Magoti and Roger Clark, high being played, and we saw some rain. And at one point, I heard something, like thunder. So that match is delayed, and I'm thinking it's the same thing here for Sydney Pagan STEM Academy and BB Coke High. So again, welcome if you're just tuning in. The matches are pretty much delayed due to, weather conditions there in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. And I would love to hear from you. If you're tuned in from St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, call the number that you see on screen, tell us what is happening there. Is it raining heavily? Do you believe that, the matches will be played today, or perhaps, not? So please hit the like button and, share. So again, that's what, is happening right now based on, my understanding and based on, an update that I'm seeing, right? in the context of Magati and Roger Clark. And I did not see this. Well, at one point, I saw a match coming up. I could not even, look to see if that was the BB Cook and Sydney Pagan, but it appeared that way, and it was raining. It was raining. So again, apparently the matches are delayed, all right, because of the weather conditions there in Saint Elizabeth, Jamaica. But we can still talk. So let us talk. Who do you believe would have won this game, or who will win this game eventually? So are you, Sydney Pagan? Are you, BB Cook? Who are you supporting? And it's okay if you're supporting like a Stets or a Monroe, who are pretty much scheduled to play later on at 3:30. And we have that live connection as well. And so we're not sure, if the matches will be played today. But, stay tuned. We will try to give you updates as they come along. So we're here and we're going to see if, we get the opportunity to see any of these matches. So guys, welcome if you're just tuning in. The matches apparently are being delayed because of the weather conditions there in St. Elizabeth. And guys, call us and, let us talk. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscription button, and let us talk. I know Ruren is going to give me a call soon. So I'm just, on standby and waiting for that call. All right. So again, it appears that due to weather conditions, the matches are delayed there in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. So as soon as we get, an update, all right, as soon as we get an update, we will let you know, what is happening. And again, it's safety. Safety trumps, everything else. We don't want a repeat of what happened, at Dintle, in that Dintle Charlemont match, where, a few persons, players and an assistant referee were affected by a lightning strike. So we don't want a repeat of that situation. And so definitely kudos going out to the organizers, Issa's, for calling it and for waiting and hoping that, conditions will be better. And again, we're definitely wanting to prioritize the safety of our students. So welcome if you're just tuning in. Would love to hear from you. So do not be afraid to call the number and share. So if you're there in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, would love to hear from you. All right. Would definitely love to hear from you. The line is open. So again, we're here and pretty much, my understanding based on updates coming from St. Elizabeth is that, it is raining, so the matches are being delayed. If you know otherwise, you can let me know in the chat. You can let me know in the chat. All right. So again, that is the context that I can share with you right now. All right. So welcome guys, and hit the like button, hit the share button, and we can still talk. All right. We can still talk. Would love to hear from you. So don't be afraid to call the number and screen and just let us know. Let us know, who you're supporting today. Who you're supporting today, who you want to see, who do you believe is going to win, who is going to win D Cup for you. Trending Sports is saying blessings, family. Welcome, Trending. Welcome, Trending. So again, based on, updates, all right? So again, I can tell you that in the context of Sydney Pagan and BB Coke High, all right, the match has been halted, so it has been stopped due to weather conditions. All right, so we're pretty much on standby. All right, we're pretty much on standby. So that is the situation. All right, so the match, all right, the match has been stopped, or, the match is not happening right now due to weather conditions. So that is definitely what is happening with this game. So guys, we can still talk and let's see what will happen. So again, the match is, not happening right now because of weather conditions. All right. And again, we have to prioritize the safety of our students. So we do not want, what happened there last week, I guess, in that Dintel Charlemont match to repeat itself. All right, so I'm just going to place this information in the chat so that, as you come, you can see. All right, so again, the match, all right, the match is, delayed, all right, due to weather conditions. All right, so that's what is happening. And we're here and we can still talk. We can still talk, all right? We can still talk. So just to let you know that, that is the situation, that's what is happening, So again, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, all right? I need to just fix this. So, all right, guys, so the match is, delayed. All right, the match is delayed due to weather conditions. And, would love to hear from you. Who are you supporting for this one? Who do you want to see, winning this one? Because are you a Sydney Pagan, the STEM Academy supporter? Are you a BB Coke High supporter? Would love to hear from you in the chat. Please remember to hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscription button if you're new to the space. This is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. You can also call the WhatsApp number that you see on screen. Would love to hear from you. And, tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. All right. All right. So Soji, welcome, welcome. And Kyle, welcome to the chat. Soji, so that's Carlton Lovelace. Bless up yourself, Natasha Lee. And Kyle Witter is saying, BB Coke. So Kyle, call me, Kyle. Would love to hear from you. So again, the matches are delayed due to weather conditions. All right. So that's what is happening right now. Also, we were watching Magati and Roger Clark High. And at one point, I believe I heard, thunder. So I was like, oh, wow. And it was raining. I could see that it was raining, but then I wasn't seeing the feed anymore. And I was like, what is happening? And so then I started to see the updates coming in that, the match is, pretty much delayed due to the weather conditions. So for sure, we don't want a repeat of what happened there. Okay, I'm getting a call. Hello, caller, you're live.
Yes, my friend. What's up?
Nothing much. How are you doing, Soji?
Yeah, last night, me never get paid to call the program.
That's okay. That's okay. That's
never know say you was because I was watching the match live, so me never know that you was bringing it. Sorry, so I would tune in.
Oh, that's fine because it was a quick go because I wasn't like, home and prepared. So it was like, okay, let's do the watch, the post game, show because I didn't get to watch it. I didn't get to watch it, So we were there talking a little bit. So, you know, that was good.
I watch it, man.
But sorry I missed it.
I watch it, yeah. So is BB Cook and who playing?
So Sydney Pagan STEM Academy. So it's a St. Elizabeth affair.
BB Cook should get the better of them.
So
from them experience.
Yeah.
I don't know how they play this season because I don't see any match yet.
I haven't seen them either, but I'm trying to bring up the table here, and this might not be the most, you know, updated in terms of results, because sometimes Issa is not updating the information very quickly. But I'm just
you have a new Keisha on the program, not the Keisha that takes you. Keisha there watching it, what listening to you now in Keisha in Jamaica too.
Oh, there's another Keisha. Keisha, type in the chat. Welcome, Keisha. Type in the chat.
Keisha. I send the link. I send the link to you already. So you look. She did press. She got on it already. So it's supposed to come up on our YouTube.
Yeah. So in all fairness, based on what I'm seeing with the table, so this is Zone E. BB Cook should get the better of Sydney Pagan, but you know they say the ball is round. So Stets currently is leading this table, but the points, what I'm seeing here, I'm not sure if this is the most updated version. They're on 9 points each. So I guess it's the goal, yeah, the goal difference that is separating the team right now. All right.
Okay.
So welcome.
Yeah, so yeah, man. So that's how it goes.
So I'm here.
So they should get better, but as you said, the ball is wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Ball is wrong. It's putting Schoolboy. So he said the match is possible. Was weather?
Yeah, apparently it's raining, so they're you know, and we don't want what happened with Dintel and Charlie Mount to repeat itself.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, safety for sure. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Don't want the same mistakes if you did know.
Yeah, that is true. So I'm not even too sure. So guys, if you're in St. Elizabeth, let us know what the weather is like now. Is it raining heavily? Are you experiencing lightning? You know, talk to us, because Stets and Monroe should play at 3:30, but we're not sure if we're going to see that one as well.
Well, when rain fall down here, or rain don't fall down that side that much still, especially so when it got to fall, it's real fall.
Yeah, and then again, it's the rainy season, so you know that might be. Kyle is saying sunny. So where in are you in St. Elizabeth, Kyle?
That's me. The match maybe who is the home team?
I think both matches are all right. This match with Sydney Pagan and BB Coat, they should be playing at Stets. So correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. Oh. These two matches, so they should be playing first, then followed by, you know, Stets and Monroe at Stets.
Yeah, because rainfall in Santa Cruz more than nightfall over by Junction.
Yeah, because that's where BB Cook is from, right? Yeah, Junction. Yeah.
Yeah, they're from Junction. So over that side, sun will up over that side.
So Kyle, where in St. Elizabeth are you? So Kyle is saying it is sunny.
If Kyle in the south, over here will be hot for sure, because the south rain don't fall on that side to purpose.
Okay.
People from the loads of Thompsons from down there, you know.
Thompson, just come on over. Thompson things.
Yeah, no. My auntie married to a gentleman from down there in Junction, and they are Thompson.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, my auntie started. So she was telling me, I was talking to her about you, and she said, was telling her daughter, them said, they are family from Clarendon too.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So Kyle is
they're from Ballas Valley.
Okay. Kyle is in Top Hill, St. Elizabeth. Do you know where that is?
Okay, that means if Kyle in Top Hill, you have this big store, this guy they call Kincaid. Kyle will know who I'm talking. Kincaid have a friend shop place up that side. Mm-hmm. Below this team. My son used to come and row, you know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I know that all those places we used to go and sometime and watch down by Lover Sleep. Yeah, don't love Lover Sleep when I was in the arm down there.
Okay.
Kyle will know where I'm talking.
All right, Kyle. So I am also seeing here too that, matches BB Coke High match rescheduled, but this is not official. So we're going to wait for some, official, updates.
But if that match is if the first match is rained out and the other match can't play, is the last match should postpone.
So yeah, I'm just going to wait for official update. I'm not seeing anything official. That's just something coming over. So the next match that should be playing at States would be States and Monroe. All right. So
that used to be the big match in that parish time. People used to leave, rush to go see those two teams playing. Those matches would be like when back in when Dintil and when Clarendon are Dintil and Pier in Zone C, or when Clarendon they moved to a different zone and was Dintil firm court. But everybody, the whole center and St. Catherine come to see those games.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kingston College and St. George's College. That time when Clarendon College and Pier used to meet back in those days, it would be the whole Clarendon who was going to see it until Clement Ratcliffe come and change the whole thing at Glenmore. Still Glenmore start to be coming up to be a champion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so guys, we wanted to see these matches, but nature is taking its course and we just have to let that run. And safety is definitely important. So if you're just tuning in, just to let you know that right now the matches are on pause due to weather conditions in St. Elizabeth. All right. So just to give you that information.
And Natasha, I will get back to you. I'm gonna watch your Manchester United Burnley game. I will get back to you at halftime. All right.
All right. Awesome. Thanks for calling, Soji.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So you can call. The phone line is open. Would love to hear from you. I know Kyle is definitely cheering on BB Coke in the chat there. Kyle, call us and let us talk. Would love to hear from you, Kyle. We want to hear from you. And Kyle is saying, he's in Top Hill. So hello to all the people tuned in from Top Hill in St. Elizabeth. Hello to you. And Warminster, St. Elizabeth, if you're here, hello to you too. Knoxwood, where else do I know? Hello to you too. Mountainside, hello to you too. Retreat, is it retreat or retrieve? You let me know in the chat. You'll definitely let me know in the chat. But hello, hello, hello. All right. So just to let you know that, the matches are pretty much on pause. And again, I was seeing not BB Cook, Magati and Roger Clark, and they started their game. But then I saw that it was raining, right? And apparently at one point I heard something, sounding like thunder, and I asked, what's that sound? But wasn't too sure if that's what it was. And so I am happy that, they are prioritizing the safety of our students, because that is definitely important. Again, we do not want a repeat of what we, heard or what happened there in Charlemont, between Dintil and Charlemont, where, students, so players and an assistant referee, were impacted by a lightning strike. And so if you have any updates on that context too, you can share in the chat. The last update that I got was that one student, and this was perhaps the day after the situation happened, that one student was, still in the hospital because the heart was beating faster than, I guess, expected. And for the assistant referee, there were concerns about, his kidneys. So again, we're sending, prayers and best wishes to everyone involved. We never want to hear about, unfortunate incidents. And so I am happy that, we understand the need to prioritize our students, safety, and everyone else who is involved, fans, you, the supporters, persons who are there, and all the officials as well. So that is definitely important. But, we're here and we can talk. We can definitely talk. So if you'd like to call in and share, all right, would love to hear from you. All right, we want to hear from you. Again, this is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. All right, so I'm just here, just checking to see. So where in St. Elizabeth then would the match between Magati and Roger Clark High, where would this match be played? If you know, you can let me know in the chat. I should have some information in the context of, their home and away, but just let me know in the chat. And welcome again if you're just tuning in, just to let you know that based on, updates received, the matches, and I guess Roger Clark High and Magati High, as well as, Sydney Pagan STEM Academy and BB Coke High, all right, they're pretty much being delayed due to weather conditions there in St. Elizabeth. I am also wondering if we're going to see, for example, Stets versus Monroe at 3:30. That one is scheduled for 3:30, and we also have a live stream set up for that one too. So I'm not sure if it's going to happen or if it's a case where we'll be here just talking a bit, about the matches. So I'm looking on my screens and I'm not seeing any, updates yet. I'm still checking to find out, and sometimes Issa is not quick in terms of communication on social media. But again, we're checking, and for sure we'll let you know. So that's the last update that I got, was that the matches are pretty much delayed because of the weather conditions there in St. Elizabeth. So again, would love to hear from you. So don't be afraid to call in. Don't be afraid to hit the like button, hit the subscription button if you have not yet subscribed to this channel. If this is your first time here, let me know in the chat. Would love to give you a Voices in Education welcome. This is a safe space, where we can share and learn from each other. Was definitely looking forward to seeing these matches, but for sure we'll see them, perhaps not today, but at a later date. But again, safety is definitely important. So the phone line is open and I'm hoping to hear from someone else. So who will be our next caller? Who will be our next caller? So would love to hear from you. All right, so who's going to be our next caller? Again, do not be afraid to call the WhatsApp number that you see on screen. And for those of you too who are, tuned into the Manning Cup, so in the opening match with Jamaica College and Tivoli Gardens High School, all right, so apparently there was an investigation by Issa, all right, by Issa's disciplinary committee, all right, and so that committee investigated a matter regarding the alleged use of an ineligible player in the Manning Cup season opener by Jamaica College against Tivoli Gardens High, all right? So the disciplinary committee found that Jamaica College used an ineligible player in the said game and has ruled that one, Jamaica College will lose all 3 points gained in the match, and Tivoli Gardens High be awarded the points with a score of 3-0 for the game played on Saturday, September 9. All right, so that was the opening match there at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. Next, so this is number 2 from the disciplinary committee in terms of their decision. The player remains ineligible to participate in the 2023 Schoolboy football competition. And finally, Jamaica College will be placed on 3 years probation starting September 21st, 2023. So yeah, about 2 days ago. So Jamaica College is now on 3 years, probation. All right, so just to share some, comments here under this post made by Issa, nothing against JC, but if you use a player that is not supposed to play, your team should be kicked out of the competition for the season. All right, and someone else is sharing here, double standards. In 2021, both Tivoli Gardens and Camperdown High were kicked out of the competition for using ineligible players. So I can't see how the same sanctions were not handed out in this case. So again, these are just comments. And another one here, if it was another team, maybe they would have disqualified them, but it's JC. And someone is saying, come on, Jamaica College, better expected of you. And another user here is asking, does this mean they can't enter Manning Cup until the probation is up? And someone here is answering, they can still enter, just that Issa will be watching their movements. All right, so just to see some, comments. All right, so, and one more comment here. The persons who are in charge of the JC team are foolish to make such error. Because of them, the school's name and reputation are blemished. All right, so again, welcome. So just by virtue of an update to let you know, what's the situation there in the context of Issa and Jamaica College and the decision that they have taken in this context. So welcome, guys. Would love to hear from you. Would love to hear from you, what is happening there. I'm yet to see any further updates on this one. All right, so just to let you know that due to weather conditions, all right, due to weather conditions, the matches there, I guess Magati, I can speak to Magati and Roger Clark, Sydney Pagan STEM Academy, and BB Cook High. All right, they're delayed, perhaps not going to be played today. We're not sure as yet. And due to weather conditions, they're in Manchester. All right, so that's the update that I can share with you. That's the update that I can share with you right now. So hit the like button, hit the share button, tell somebody about the space, and call in, call in. Would love to hear from you. What were your expectations, or what are your expectations of the teams? So far I see, BB Cook supporters here. All right, so how about Sydney Pagan STEM Academy? Would definitely love to, to hear from you. All right, so again, just to let you know that, based on information received, all right, the matchups so are pretty much between the match between Sydney Pagan STEM Academy and BB Cook. That match has been halted due to weather conditions, and we'll see, what happens if we're going to see this match, later on or perhaps on the next day. We're not sure what is going to happen just yet with the Stets and Monroe game scheduled for 3:30 p.m. there at Stets. So if you're tuned in from Santa Cruz, let me know in the chat. Santa Cruz and St. Elizabeth. Let me know in the chat. Would love to hear from you. Would definitely love to hear from you. So welcome if you're just tuning in, just to let you know that, the matches right now are not being played, right? Because of the weather conditions there in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. All right, so guys, if you're just, tuning in, welcome. Please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, share, and, tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. This is a safe space where we share and learn from each other, all right? And importantly too, Voices, has a goal to support students. So would love for you to just join in this, family, and let us continue to grow together, all right? So it can only get better from here. So guys, I'm just here and I would love to talk to somebody. So call. It's voices. So it's not just my voice. So I would love to hear from you. All right, and I always say sometimes you can prepare, and whatever we're preparing for may not work out the way we want to expect. We want it to work out, or how we expect it to work out, right? And so it's just life, and it's a journey. And so, but it's good that we made the preparation, right? And I'm sure that the teams, they were ready to go, but nature happens, and we have to allow nature to take its course. And importantly, we want to ensure that our students are safe, right? I guess a lot of you might have heard, what happened there a few days ago in Linstead, so in St. Catherine, between, you know, Dintil and Charlemont in that game. So there was a lightning strike, and, you know, unfortunately, that affected, you know, about 6 players, right, and an assistant referee. And we're happy that, you know, the situation was not worse than, you know, what we heard, but still, nonetheless, you know, unfortunate and I guess shocking for some. And so, again, we are sending prayers and best wishes to everyone involved, you know, and those, for example, are not the type of situations we want to hear about. So I am happy, even though, you know, I was expecting to see the games. I am also happy that we're prioritizing the safety of our students. So again, welcome, 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 welcome. If you're just tuning in, this is the Voices in Education. This is a safe space where we can share our varying opinions, and it doesn't matter if you're sharing something that, you know, someone else is not sharing. That is totally okay. We share in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe space, our safe community. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And who is going to be my next caller? Come on, man. Let me know who you're supporting in St. Elizabeth. Or just call me and tell me where you're tuned in from, and, you know, what's the weather like where you are right now. Even if you're not in St. Elizabeth, even if you're just a D cup person or a Manning cup person, would love to hear from you. Would love to hear from you. So, you know, let me know what is happening. Let me know what is going on. So who is going to be the next caller? So again, you know, just to let you know that based on updates, you know, the weather conditions are preventing the games, you know, from happening. So we're just here on standby and hoping or wondering, you know, what's the decision in terms of, you know, for the rest of the day. Will it be a case where we will not see Stets and Monroe as well? So we want to hear from you. And guys, as you come, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscription button as well, all right? And who is here from St. Elizabeth? Who are you supporting? Would love to hear from you. At least, you know, you're not getting the match live and we're here. We can talk. We can talk, and we're live. We're live. We're live here on YouTube. So welcome, welcome. So again, that's the latest information that, you know, we have, that, you know, this match between Sydney Pagan STEM Academy and BB Cook High School, right, is delayed, or perhaps they will postpone it due to weather conditions. All right. So that's the latest update that we have. And yeah, we're just here and, you know, just staying tuned and waiting for further updates. So that's the situation right now. That's the context right now. So we're not too sure, you know, what will happen to with the States game. So we're definitely going to stay tuned for that. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you, Ren?
I'm doing pretty good. Kind of having a similar day here with getting a little bit of rain, but I don't think we are getting as much that would stop for games. So yeah, it's kind of like that. But Rico, a really interesting match was planned for today. But hopefully we'll get some action later on.
Yeah, perhaps, but I guess this is a very good step in the context of safety.
Yeah, I agree with that. We have to make sure that the players are safe, because if they're not safe, then who would we be watching in the next game? Safety must be taken and must be given priority, and I think that's what Issa is doing, and the officials are on top of things, and that is a good sign. We wouldn't want anything to happen to any of those young men or anybody who is there too, because even if you're a spectator, it could be a case that let's say lightning strikes like the game a few days ago, you could be seriously affected as well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And so are you familiar with these two schools? So, well, right
Not
now,
familiar with them,
okay.
not familiar with them, but was looking to spend a little bit of my afternoon watching just to get familiar. Yeah, I wanted to get familiar with these teams so that can get a better understanding of sometimes these teams have good players on them, and who to tell they might be team of the season too, where a new team might just pop up and do really well. We saw that happening last year with Central High, who made it through to the finals. So I
Yeah,
think
and
that has opened the doors where you can't rule out any team, and every team must be taken seriously.
for sure. And you mentioned Central High. They are not having a good run this year so far in a very, tough zone. So they're in a zone with Glenmuir, Denby, Old Arbor, and I believe Porous High. And so it has been tough for them. I believe they played 2 matches and lost two, so they're nowhere near, I guess, where we're seeing them last season. So I'm not sure what is happening there, but as you mentioned, it was good to see them going all the way to the final last season, and that was amazing to see. So big up to One Central for sure. And it's good in terms of just spreading that success. And I could see what it meant to the boys. You could see it in terms of their reaction. And I'm just thinking back to that match with Central High and Manchester High. And that was the match, the semi-final there to get into the final. And I am just thinking about that, penalty shootout, the sudden death part, right? And so it was as if the Central Eye captain knew in himself that it was going to get to that place. I'm not sure. And then, he was like, I am going to do this. Like, win, lose, or draw. If I put that ball in, good for us. If I miss, then I'll take the blame. Like, I saw the captain just stepping up and just taking that to say, because he did not go in the first five. So I was wondering, and I'm like, kudos to him. Like, I don't know. That for me was just a beautiful moment, for sure. That was a beautiful moment for me.
Well, the truth is, I am not. Uh, I don't know if he had some sort of divine intervention as it relates to the decision that he made. But it worked out in the end. I I would rather him kick in the first five if he's one of the better kickers. So I'm not sure, but as I said, it worked out, and that's what matters. I think last year they had a pretty much a fairy tale run. Like the numbers, the matches, the games that other teams played all, fell in their favor, and that helped to propel them as well as their good performances in games and not giving up and fighting to the end. So a lot of positives to take from them. That sometimes you just need to go out on the field, give your best try, and things will work out for you. I'm not remembering exactly who was in their group last year. It was a strong group, but for sure they did really well last year. And that Chester game is one for the archives. That one is really, really was a really good game. One that swung from left to right until it went down to the penalties, and Central eventually winning on in sudden death. So really, really good season, and that's something that we're looking forward to this year. So, I know that there are some schools out there that are considered, the veteran school, the big schools, but, never take your eyes off, these small schools too, because, as we said, Central did it last year, and I'm sure that has, strong belief in a number of students and schools around the world around Jamaica rather, who might not have harbored that thought of going to the final in the cup. So I think that was good for the competition as well. That other teams have been, putting out their hand up and saying, we are a team to be reckoned with, and we are coming here to fight and go all the way.
Yeah, for sure. And for a Central, I believe it was like their first time, making it into a final. Like, think about that, or making it thus far, and so that is definitely important and good, because traditionally, so one, for two reasons. One, it's a non-traditional high school, and two, Central does not have that strong football culture tradition that you will see like a Glenmuir or a CC, a Stets. So when you think about that, that was beautiful to see, like very beautiful, and as a country, Clarendon girl, like one Central, yes, definitely proud of them. But I am torn. I'm like in the middle right now, because they're in a group where I have another, team in that group, and so I wasn't too pleased to see that, both my teams are in the same zone. So torn into pieces, and sad to see Central perhaps not going to make it, into the next round. And so, that is a tough one to swallow, but they did what a lot of persons did not expect them to do, last season. And for me, that was, amazing, like super, super amazing. So sports, teaches, sports can teach a lot in terms of lessons. And so again, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, and it's just our reaction in terms of, how we're looking at that situation will determine, how we bounce forward, or, bounce back from adversity, right? So it was just beautiful to see. So guys, if you're just tuning in, just to let you know that due to weather conditions there in St. Elizabeth, the matches are delayed, all right? And we want to prioritize our student safety, and that is definitely important. So I'm not too sure if we're going to see the Stats game, but we'll see what happens. So again, weather conditions are preventing the coverage of the game. So again, we just want to ensure that our students are safe. Nikoi, welcome, welcome, Nikoi. You can check Sports Max, Nikoi, but right now the games are not being played because of weather conditions. So that is the situation right now. So again, due to weather conditions, the games are halted, and we're waiting for further updates to see what will happen. We have a live stream also set up for Stets and Monroe, but we're not too sure if that is going to happen because this match between Sydney Pagan STEM Academy and BB Cook High, all right, should Stets is where this match should be playing, but again, weather conditions are preventing that. So we're not sure, what will happen if the weather conditions will also extend to the Monroe Stets game, but for sure we'll let you know. So right now what we're doing, we're just, talking and, just being on standby to see what will happen. So Nikoi, thanks for coming over. Where are you tuned in from, Nikoi? Would love to hear from you too if you'd like to call the number that you see on screen there. Would love to hear from you. So Rurian, back to you. I guess Rurian will circle me. So, again, just letting you know that, that's the update so far. Due to weather conditions, we are not having the matches right now. So Sydney Pagan STEM Academy and BB Cook, they should be playing at Stets. And later on, well, in perhaps, not less than an hour, about 45 minutes or so, Stets and Monroe should be playing, at that same field there at Stets, right? So again, due to weather conditions, the matches are not being played. I was watching briefly Magati and Roger Clark High. And at one point, I believe I heard a sound like something sounding like thunder. So that match too has been, halted due to weather conditions. And I could see that it was raining. So again, kudos to the organizers, kudos to Issa. We definitely do not want a repeat of what happened there in Linstead between Dintil and Charlemont, where, unfortunately some players and an assistant referee were impacted by a lightning strike. So we want to prioritize safety of our students and to everyone else involved. So would love to hear from you. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and also turn on your post notification bell, all right? So we want to be back here as well for 3:30 to see what will happen with the Stets game. We have a live setup for that. We're not sure what is going to happen, but unofficially, I am seeing on social media, and this is not official, that the match, this BB Coke and Sydney Pagan is rescheduled for tomorrow. So I am not too sure. So that is unofficial. All right, still waiting for something official from Issa or Sportsmax. So again, we'll keep you informed. We'll definitely keep you informed as to, what is happening, and what I can report to you is that, due to weather conditions, right? Due to weather conditions, the matches are pretty much not playing right now due to weather conditions in St. Elizabeth. All right, so welcome if you're just tuning in. You can also call the number that is on screen. We would definitely love to hear from you. Who are you supporting? Would love to hear from you in that context. So what we're here, so we're pretty much at Zone E, all right? So Zone E, where you'll find Stets, BB Coke, Monroe, Sydney Pagan, Lacovia, Magotine, Newell, Roger Clark. So if you have attended, one of these institutions, let me know in the chat. Would love to hear from you. So right now, I'm not sure if this is the most updated in the context of points, but Stets is at the top of the table. There are 9 points. BB Coke in the number 2 spot on 9 points, but Stets has a better goal difference. All right, so Stets in the number 1 spot, BB Coke. Next, we have Monroe, followed by Sydney Pagan, then Lacovia, Magotine, then Newell, and Roger Clark. All right, so Davoni, welcome Davoni. Davoni is saying Magotine High. So awesome. Hello to all the students of Magotine High School, or to past students, of Magotine High School. Hello, hello to you. And, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Davoni. Is this your first time here? Would love to hear from you. So Magotine, striving for excellence through hard work and discipline. So, gold and burgundy. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Would, definitely want to hear from you, Davoni. So you can call the WhatsApp number that is on screen, Davoni, and talk to me. Let me know what is happening where you are in St. Elizabeth, if you're in St. Elizabeth right now. So would love to hear from you, Davoni. So if you're able to, you can call the number that is on screen there. I love it, when you come and you support your school. Represent them, man. Support them, even if they're at the top or if they're not at the top. It is okay. You're a past goalkeeper. Wonderful. Call me Davoni. Is it Davoni or Davoni? Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name. Call and let us talk. Call me, man. Call me. Would love to hear from you. You have all the experience. Call me. All right. So, just to let you know what is happening there. So, awesome. And earlier we had, BB Coke supporter here. All right. So, Untos construimos. All right. Together we build. All right. Green and gold for BB Coke. So far, those are the schools, represented there in the chat. So welcome, 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 guys. Welcome. Would love to, hear from you. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to call the number that you see on screen. All right. So Davoni, do you want to call? Would love to hear from you. Would love to hear from you. So Rurian, when you're ready to just circle me back, you can just connect with me. I'm not unofficially, I have seen something on social media that the games are rescheduled for tomorrow. So BB Coke and Sydney Pagan STEM. And I just want to say this is unofficially, because I'm still waiting to get some updates, some official updates. But again, we'll definitely keep you connected, and providing the information. So we'll put the information on the community tab. Once they're going to go live, we'll set up a live stream where we can call in and share. So, for sure, we'll have you covered. We'll definitely have you covered. And also, guys, please keep safe. The health ministry declared a dengue outbreak in Jamaica. So please keep safe with all these, rains and, happening. So ensure that you're keeping safe. All right. So if you're experiencing any fever, headache, joint and muscle pains, ensure that you're resting. getting, you know, adequate hydration. All right, definitely important. And your paracetamol, so that is also important. And please, if you need to seek medical assistance, please go out and seek that, you know, medical assistance. So just to let you know too, that the ministry is urging members of the public not to use aspirin, all right? Ibuprofen, so those medications, those pain relievers known as non-steroidal, am I getting that? Yeah, anti-inflammatory drugs. So those NSAIDs, all right? So they're saying aspirin, you know, for example, can increase the severity of the disease. So we want to ensure that, you know, you're keeping safe and, you know, staying safe. All right. So if you're just tuning in, due to, you know, I'm just looking here. I'm just seeing an update on flashing on my screen. So the matches are delayed, all right, based on weather conditions there. And I'm not too sure if we're going to see the match today. I saw unofficially that, you know, this perhaps is going to be rescheduled for Sunday tomorrow, but, you know, we'll keep you covered. Will definitely keep you covered, and please ensure that, you know, you're protecting yourself. So the Ministry of Health has declared that there is a dengue outbreak in Jamaica, so you want to ensure that, you know, you're protecting yourself. And in the release, it's also on this community tab, so you can access the information that they shared. It is pretty much saying, yes, you can take paracetamol, but avoid things like, you know, aspirin, ibuprofen, all right? So those medication from the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, so the NSAIDs or NSAIDs, all right? So what they're saying is that these drugs, when used to treat the fever in dengue, have been known to increase the severity of the disease. So please ensure that, you know, you're taking the necessary precautions, and also ensure that, you know, if you require medical assistance, you go and seek that medical assistance, all right? So we're just, you know, we're just there. And, you know, anything that you have in your home, you know, with, you know, that can contribute to breeding sites, such as, you know, drums, you know, old tires, buckets, you know, feeding containers. We want to ensure that we're not, you know, collecting waters and, you know, creating breeding sites. So we all have a role to play in this. All right, so definitely. So just do what you need to do. So what they're suggesting here is that persons are urged to play their part in ensuring that the cases are minimized by monitoring water storage containers for mosquito breeding, keeping surroundings free of debris, destroying or treating potential mosquito breeding sites, wearing protective clothing, using a DEET containing mosquito repellent, and as much as possible, staying indoors at dusk with windows and doors closed. All right, so again, we gotta do what we gotta do to protect ourselves. So lots of updates here. And again, just to let you know, all right, we're getting a call here. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
This is Devon Burton.
Hi, Devani. How are you?
I'm doing okay. And you?
I'm good. Wonderful, wonderful. So talk to us. Go past goalkeeper, you know, at Magati, what year, you know, how was that for you?
Play for 5 years at the cup.
You're a bit low. Could you perhaps speak up a bit more?
Not hearing me.
We're hearing you better now. You were just, you know, a bit low.
Okay. Play the cup with 6 years.
6 years, okay. At Magati High?
Yes, miss.
So what year did you start, you know, playing D Cup?
2015.
2015. Okay, so you went to like sixth form as well?
Went to 6 form at States at my last year.
Oh, so you were playing for States too?
No, Caron, I come from Caron.
Oh, okay. So what was it like, you know, playing for Magati High?
It was great experience to develop. I'm playing Premier League now.
Okay, which team are you playing for?
Mobile United.
Okay, Montego Bay United. So hello to all the players of Montego Bay, you know, United. Hello, hello from Voices in Education. So you're still a goalkeeper?
Yes, miss.
Okay, wonderful. So how has it been going for you with, you know, the Premier League?
It's going well. I'm in training now and I get no update for the match them. So that's why I'm in the stream.
No problem, man. No problem. So what is happening there is that it's raining. So originally you're from St. Elizabeth.
Yes, miss.
So where in St. Elizabeth are you from?
Southampton district.
Southampton. I don't know where that is, but Mountainside. I have some family in Mountainside. Warminster. Yes, somewhere there. Warminster, I believe. And okay. And let me tell you where else. A place called Retreat or Retrieve, like, you know, in the mountain, like the hills, you know.
Malvern, they said.
I'm not sure if no, Malvern is where Monroe is, right? No, not Malvern side. So when you go into Santa Cruz, well, I don't know St. Elizabeth that good. I'm just telling you from my faith memory. When you go into Santa Cruz, there's a left turn that you take, and it takes you up into the hills. So when you're on that side, you can stay like on the hill and look down and see like mountainside, like as you said, Burn Savannah, that area there.
Oh, like Abraham said.
I don't know. Kenloy, welcome in the chat. So due to weather conditions, the matches are not being played right now. So we'll keep you posted, you know, with updates, and we'll also try to go live on the next link to see what happens with the Stets game. But for now, you know, that's the situation. So welcome.
So much a postponed today.
Well, I'm not sure if they're going to, if the weather conditions are better, I'm not sure if they're going to play, you know, BB Coke and, you know, Sydney Pagan at 3:30, for example, if they're going to proceed with Stets and Monroe. But
Sydney Pagan play at them school, you know.
No, at Stets.
Oh, Magati play.
No, Magati, I'm not sure where Magati is playing, but their match, I saw it started Magati and Roger Clark, but at one point I saw that it was raining, right? And then I heard a sound, something sounding like thunder, and I was like, oh, this, but I wasn't too sure because I was focused on, you know, getting this live stream ready for Sydney Pagan and BB Coke, because I was like, I'm going to bring this match, being that, you know, both matches are being played at Stets. So let's do this one and do the Stets and Monroe game. So both matches. So right now, Magati and Roger Clark, that 1-2 is pretty much not going. And this one, Sydney Pagan and BB Coke, not going due to, weather condition.
Like this, like up this still.
Yeah, so yeah, sets as a good feel, but we're not too sure. And I've seen Ken Loy sharing in the chat that it's not playing. The Sydney Pagan players are not feeling well today. So we'll definitely, get further updates on, what is happening. So I know, Davoni, that you're going to tell, all the Montego Bay players about this, channel. And so soon I'll see lots of you guys over here.
Yes, man. Soon jump over there, man.
So don't leave without subscribing and turning on your post notification.
Yes, miss.
But I'm happy for you, Davoni, that, you were able to, transition from schoolboy football to more professional playing football in the context of, Premier League. So I guess your aim then at some point you would love to be selected for the national team.
Yes, miss, that's the aim.
Awesome.
Playing for 2 seasons now.
Awesome. So would love to see you, Davoni. So right now we're supporting, Davoni. And you can imagine one day I'm here talking and I'm like, look at Davoni. That's Davoni that came and, talk and voices in education. So when you get famous, like, Mabape and don't forget us now. When you get famous, don't forget us, right? And you can do it, Davoni. You just need to believe in yourself, in your talents, your capabilities, and trust God. And just know it's a process. And when it's your time to shine, like nothing can dim your light, right? And so, that is important. Just believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself and say you can do it, trust me, you will do it. You will do it.
Yes.
And I'm definitely going to look out for you, because sooner, and I'm going to perhaps try and see how best I can get tuned into Premier League. So not promise, but I'm gonna try, and I'll definitely look out for you. I guess Davoni got disconnected there. Hello, Davoni. All right, so you can call me back, Davoni, if you'd like. Janet, welcome, Janet. Janet is saying, good evening, my sister. Good evening to you, Janet. So guys, we're going to go to the next stream link. So that is coming up at 3:30, the States game. So as far as we know, this game did not, happen today. All right, so I'm getting the information that I'm getting is due to weather conditions. And Rura is in the chat saying, Davoni is a star in the making. Keep on working hard, for sure. And I like, when our students, they're able to follow their passion, pursue your passion, for sure. And just keep believing in yourself, Davoni. You can do it. You can do it. Definitely, you can do it. All right. So again, hello to students of Magoti High, Stead, Sydney Pagan, BB Coke. Okay, I see that, Davoni. Okay. And, Montego Bay Football United or Montego Bay United. So hello to you. And I know Davoni is going to introduce them to Voices in Education. So one day, Davoni, we can have a talk, like, and if you're up to it, you can come on screen. So save the WhatsApp number and, we can talk. We can definitely talk further. All right, guys, any final comments? Please hit the like button, the subscription button as well. And we're going to, you can come on over for the sets, we'll talk there and see if, anything changes in that one. We're not sure, what the situation is going to be with the States match. Awesome, Davoni. We're not sure what the situation is going to be with that one, but again, just by way of an update, that this match did not happen, you know, due to weather conditions. I've been waiting for, you know, an official comment. Unofficially, I'm seeing someone saying that the match is scheduled for tomorrow. This one, Sydney Pagan and BB Coke. But again, just to caution you, that's unofficial. So waiting for an official update, but not seeing one. So I'm still checking. And on my screen, I'm seeing live coverage of Issa Schoolboy. The Costa Cup match has been delayed due to weather conditions. Please stand by. That has been showing for, you know, quite some time now. So again, you know, we'll let you know what the situation is for sure. We'll definitely keep you posted. All right, we'll keep you posted on this one. So right now we're just going to take like a 15-minute break, and then we're going to come back for the state. So that is going to be a different link. So not this one that you're on. You will see the link up already. Perhaps it's saying for 3 o'clock, but that's 3:30. So you will see the link and we'll go there and talk. So perhaps that's what we'll do there as well. So before you leave, hit the like button. All right. And, you know, be a part of this safe space. The Voices in Education is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. So thanks for all the persons who, you know, came over. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for calling. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. All right. So we really appreciate it. And importantly, thanks for making or keeping this a safe space. All right. And remember, we have a star in the making. So Davoni Burton, please look out for that name. All right. Let us look out for that name for sure. All right, guys. Thanks. And I'll see you in 15 minutes for the States and Monroe game. Not sure if that's going to happen, but we can definitely talk. And I'll keep you posted in the context of updates. Thanks again and see you in 15 minutes.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can listen to the different voices in education. Stay tuned.